Justin Bieber subtly hinted that one Hollywood star was more evil than they let on years ago, but no one caught on. Now the secret is out and the truth has been revealed. Well, it's no secret that Justin Bieber has had a rough go in the entertainment world. From being discovered at such a young age, he had to grow up with millions of eyes watching his every move. He had famous mentors that attempted to help the star navigate Hollywood's growing pains. Most were genuinely trying to help the singer out, but one mentor in particular has been the subject of a recent scandal that has been toppling empires with every news story that emerges. And now fans are worried that that mentor did more harm than good to Bieber. I am of course talking about one man, Sean Diddy Combs. Combs has been arrested for allegedly intimately harming people or being the facilitator for that to happen to people. It allegedly happened at all of his big parties and events, and sometimes he would allegedly even throw events specifically for this. As of October of last year, the number of accusations against the star was at about 120. However, many people speculate that Diddy has hurt way more people than those that have come forward, including a young Justin Bieber. Because those two actually knew each other for a long time and were pictured together often. Bieber was a fan of the rappers when they met when Bieber was too young for a license. He had wanted to meet Combs because he was a fan, but also because he had produced a track for him. Beliebers helped get Combs' attention. I mean, Justin being signed to Diddy's protege Usher also helped a little bit. Justin was invited to spend 2 days with Diddy, the start of which was documented in a short video posted to Justin's YouTube. In the video, Diddy claimed that over the next 48 hours, the pair were going to go crazy, but he couldn't say exactly what and where they would be. However, he reassured watchers that it would be a 15-year-old's dream. At the time, people were like, oh, that's so great, he's taking care of Bieber. Now, however, people are very worried about what happened over those few days. Of course, no one can be 100% sure that Bieber did experience anything inappropriate unless he decides to come forward, should it be true, but some online theorists speculate that Bieber has been making statements, we just didn't have the context needed to understand them. Just a few months ago, Bieber's Yummy music video gained traction again after people speculated that there was a hidden meaning to it, citing things like food symbolizing certain acts, an older party guest constantly sitting at his table and sharing their meals with Bieber, and then towards the end there were dancers dressed in white, which are now making people think of Diddy's infamous white parties that were allegedly the backdrop for many of his alleged crimes. The video ends with a shot of Bieber's plate. It showed a picture of Little Him with Yummy written under. At the time, this was just a cute title card, cute picture in the song title, but now people think it's Bieber's way of saying that he was served on a plate or that Little Him was considered a treat to party guests. People began to recall how desperate Bieber was at the time of the song's release to get it out there. People were originally put off by how much Bieber was pushing the track and trying to get people to view the music video, but if the theories are true, it makes more sense. Fans also referred to the behind-the-scenes footage that showed Bieber breaking down on set. The star said that he was just feeling off, but fans couldn't help but wonder if the breakdowns were actually a result of Bieber reliving past experiences. Should the rumors that this video was Diddy-coded be true, when this song first came out, people criticized the lyrics pretty heavily. It isn't exactly Shakespeare with the repeated yummy yum chorus. However, some fans today theorize that there was more going on than people realized, that the word yummy sounds like young me, and it was another way that Bieber was trying to get his message across. Of course, this theory is very polarizing. Some people think it's completely ridiculous and others are more inclined to believe after all the Diddy accusations did come out. The pair would appear in interviews later that made people very uncomfortable watching them back today. Together, they made an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2011, so that's 2 years after the 48 Hours with Diddy video. In the interview, Combs, Bieber, and Kimmel were talking about Bieber getting a car from Combs, to which Combs said Bieber had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. Alright, pack it up. In the year 2024, these comments are deeply concerning. At the time, no one had any reason to believe there was evil lurking behind closed doors, but today, it's worrying, especially since Diddy was completely unwilling to share some of the activities that the two were going to get up to when they hung out for those 48 hours. A 2020 interview with Apple Music showed the more vulnerable side of Bieber when he shared how protective he feels about upcoming young artists because of his personal experiences. The interview was over 40 minutes long, and the topics ranged from Bieber's music to his personal life to, of course, his experience growing up in the music industry. From the sounds of it, it was very difficult being a public figure that young, which I know, in other news, water is wet. But in the section of the interview about this, you could see the weight of everything that Bieber went through resting on his shoulders. The star openly spoke about the negative side effects of the world of entertainment. He exposed the lack of loyalty, saying, "Everyone telling me they love me and just turn your back on you in a second." This could be referring to the industry itself. Everyone wanted to be seen with teen pop sensations because being connected to the most famous boy in the world would boost anyone's career at the time. But the minute the boy wonder does something wrong, it was like he was radioactive. Although Bieber did have his fair share of controversies, not all of them ended up being true, like the spitting on fans thing, that was actually debunked. But the car totaling and saying racially charged words and jokes, that did happen, though he did apologize for the latter. Still, it would be really difficult managing the pressures of growing up when you're not actually sure who you can lean on. There was even once an instance in which one of Bieber's friends sold a story about him to the press that earned that friend an alleged $40,000. But that's only scratching the surface of what the poor man has gone through. We may never know if anything went on behind closed doors, but there was unfortunately plenty to see happening out in the open. Clips of old Bieber interviews and similar situations have started popping up online again. One TikToker helpfully compiled many of them together, and it's a tough watch. It featured clips of Bieber's boundaries being disregarded, people thinking they can touch him whenever and wherever, asking really personal, invasive questions when he and much of his audience was not of age. There was even an instance in which a woman 22 years older than Bieber jumped him on a stage. There is, of course, more out there. This is just a handful of what happened, and that's just what happened to him. Who knows what he could have seen when he was younger at Hollywood parties and hanging out with Diddy. It's an unimaginable hardship for anyone that grew up normally, but Justin is trying to break the cycle, or at least offer a steady, supportive hand to young artists. In particular, the Apple interview touched on his friendship with Billie Eilish, and that is because Eilish is actually a huge Belieber. Like, in her words, he was her first crush, and she recognized Justin at Coachella 2019 because she knows his body language, how he stands, and where he wears his pants, which is truly something only a dedicated fangirl would know. She got the chance to work with Bieber on a remix of her song Bad Guy, and it would be safe to say that Bieber probably saw a bit of himself in her. In the interview, he talked about how he feels protective over her because he doesn't want her to go through anything he went through because he doesn't wish that upon anybody. And he's not all talk. He gave Eilish his number with the promise that if she calls, he will answer. If she needs help, she can count on him. He understands growing up not knowing who he can turn to, and if he can help it, it won't happen to Eilish. Bieber was clear that he would never wish to force a friendly relationship with Eilish, but he wants to leave the opportunity open should she need it. This sentiment actually echoes a 2013 interview Justin and his manager Scooter Braun did. Scooter said that he was learning to let Justin grow and make mistakes and just be there for him through it all as a role model and a solid figure. Funny how things come full circle. And if you're wondering if Billie ever did call, the answer is yes. In June of last year, Billie shared the message that she would give a younger her, and it was, "You can and have and do call Justin Bieber at any given time. Anytime you want, you can, and he'll answer." That is 4 years after Justin's Apple Music interview, so it's clear he is a man of his word.
Surprise, surprise, Justin and Hailey Bieber are going through a rough patch, and Hailey is apparently at her wit's end. We all know that Hailey and Justin's relationship has been a whirlwind between everything that's happened with Selena Gomez, the cheating rumors, and now their baby. Recently, Justin has been spotted out and about, and he does not look good. Now, this has been the second time he's been spotted out looking down, while there have been rumors swirling about his 6-year marriage to Hailey. Now, apparently, Hailey has called him out on this unacceptable behavior. You see, Hailey was seen leaving a restaurant alone around 4:30 p.m., while Justin, without his wife, arrived with a group of friends just half-hour later and was seen leaving solo at 6:40 p.m., which is honestly just weird. Sources close to the couple revealed that Justin's wary look look may be the result of him becoming borderline reclusive, struggling with the pressures of large crowds and the constant spotlight after years in the public eye. Justin has been struggling for the last couple of years, and a significant part of that is down to his worry about being in certain public situations, a source said. He's built up a deep fear of being out in spaces with lots of people and has a deep-seated worry about large crowds. That is one of the reasons why he's not done any touring for a while. Now Justin is focused on trying to heal and get better by staying away from too many outings, away from his homes, where he'd have to mix with strangers, and that in turn has made him borderline reclusive at times, they said. But sources have told DailyMail.com that Hailey's friends are growing increasingly concerned about Justin's unacceptable behavior, with some reportedly urging her to leave the musician. Hailey's been struggling with Justin almost since the start of the marriage, the insider said last week. She loves him madly, but he's a loose cannon. Some of her friends have advised her to go it alone and leave him, the source shared. His behavior is sometimes unacceptable, she's put up with a lot. The insider said Hailey and those close to her were hopeful that he would change after the arrival of their first child, son Jack Blues Bieber, in August 2024, but despite being there for her, little has changed. When the baby was born, he was there for her and she thought being a father would change him for the better, but it hasn't stuck, they added. Then there was also the fact that Justin unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. Now people went crazy thinking that they finally ended things, but hours later Justin came back online to set the record straight. He shared an Instagram story where he said that someone managed to gain access to his account and unfollow Hailey. Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife, he wrote over a white background. Shh, it's getting sus out here. But then, hours later, the Instagram story was deleted. Now, this isn't the first time that people have questioned their relationship, as over the years, more and more people have thought they've had their issues and that they were going to split. I mean, Justin and Hailey tied the knot in 2018, but speculation arose by Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, who posted about special challenges the couple were facing in a since-deleted Instagram post in February 2024. He asked for a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord. Afterwards, a source told TMZ that Hailey was upset with her father over the comment, and Justin actually doesn't even follow his father-in-law on social media anymore. Then in April of 2024, people were convinced that the couple divorced in private as they were not seen together Easter weekend, and there was a lot of blind items going around on TikTok about the couple. I mean, they haven't had the best couple of years. Yes, they did welcome their son Jack Blues last year, but it didn't seem to fix their marriage. If anything, it seems to have made it worse. Now, Justin Bieber seems to have been in a poor headspace since last year when his former mentor and friend Diddy was arrested. Now, Diddy had been accused of running a crime ring that took advantage of and mistreated many people. Now, some people have speculated that Justin might have been one of his victims as they spent so much time together when he was younger. American singer Jaguar Wright revealed that Diddy had been trying to gain control over Justin, but struggled until Usher stepped in, took over management, and then ultimately handed Justin over to Diddy for 48 hours. Now, what really happened during those 48 hours, no one really knows, but a resurfaced video between Diddy and Justin has been circulating online and it's raising some eyebrows. In the video, they're at the studio together and Diddy confronts Justin about not responding to his messages or communicating as much anymore. Diddy says, "Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out." Now, Justin, who was young at the time, stuttered, saying, "I mean, you tried to get in contact with me through all my projects and whatnot, but you never got my number." He then felt so pressured that he actually gave Diddy his personal phone number. Social media users were then raising red flags, with one person tweeting, "This is a creepy video," while another one said, "Justin seems nervous around him." Although Justin himself hasn't made a statement about Diddy's arrest, multiple sources close to him have spoken to the press about his current state. According to a US Weekly source, Justin felt disgusted by the accusations against his former mentor. They added that Justin was advised to stay as far away as possible from anything and everything related to the now incarcerated rapper and producer. Now, another source for the same publication added that he's in a hard place mentally right now as he struggles to come to terms with the allegations against Diddy. The bond he shared with Diddy makes the accusations against him particularly tough to stomach, the source outlined. Then, according to Daily Mail sources, Justin felt isolated dealing with the revelations about Diddy and was sailing the waters alone. He apparently feels like there's no one who would understand his situation. As family members are concerned about Justin, it's unclear whether Diddy would have taken advantage of Justin at the time, as his family was nearby and his manager Scooter Braun really did care about him, they said. The last thing Justin wants to do is relive or even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy, the source shared. But he's finally breaking his silence to his friends about his nightmare experience and the private hell it caused him. Now, this could be another reason why he's not doing too well and that Hailey is concerned for him. Now, a video of Diddy and Justin reuniting in 2021 has gone viral, and it has people questioning if Diddy thought that Justin was working with the feds. In the video, it shows Diddy getting out of a car and approaching Justin, giving him a hug before patting him down on his chest and torso a few times. Now, the video was posted in 2021 by Justin himself on Instagram, and the Daily Mail then reshared the video with the title, "Disturbing Video of Diddy with Justin Bieber." The accompanying caption read, "A resurfaced video of Diddy and Justin Bieber hugging has sparked speculation that Diddy was checking to see if the pop star was wearing a wire." Now, the fact that Diddy thought he was wearing a wire makes me believe that he knew he was doing something bad and that the police were onto him. But I mean, why wasn't this a bigger red flag at the time? Fans are now seeing this video in a new light due to the Diddy allegations, and one fan commented, "The body language says it all, from smiling to a frown in 2 seconds. JB shakes his head like, no, I'm not wearing a wire." Now, many fans are encouraging Justin to tell his story, but only if he's comfortable. With Justin dealing with all of that, it's no shock that he's struggling in his marriage. And I'm sure that Hailey wants to help and be there for him, but if Justin doesn't open up and be honest with her, there's not much she can do, which contributes to the breakdown of their relationship. Since Diddy's arrest, people have been finding interviews or moments where Diddy acts super strange around Justin, and fans are worried for the star. Although Justin himself hasn't made a statement about Diddy's arrest, multiple sources close to him have spoken to the press about his current state. According to an Us Weekly source, Justin feels disgusted by the accusations against his former mentor. They added that Justin is advised to stay as far away as possible from anything and everything related to the now incarcerated rapper and producer. Another source for the same publication added that he is in a hard place mentally right now, as he struggles to come to terms with the allegations against Diddy. The bond shared with Diddy makes the accusations against him particularly tough to stomach, the source outlined. Then, according to Daily Mail sources, Justin feels isolated dealing with the revelations about Diddy and is sailing the waters alone. He apparently feels like there's no one who would understand his situation. Family members are concerned about Justin. It's unclear whether Diddy would have taken advantage of Justin at the time, as his family was nearby and his manager Scooter Braun really did care about him. The last thing Justin wants to do is relive or even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy, the source said. But he's finally breaking his silence to his friends about his nightmare experience and private hell it caused him, they said. Now, hopefully, Justin is able to get the support that he needs, because this could be a long road for him. Now, in 2009, when Justin was a rising star, he reached out to Diddy on Twitter, begging him for a collab on his new album. Now, this caught Diddy's attention, and he became a mentor for the young star. Diddy helped him navigate fame in the industry, but a lot of videos have resurfaced of the two that are making people question Diddy's intentions with being so close to Justin. One video posted to Justin's YouTube channel from 2009 has people concerned because of what we know now about Diddy. The title of the video is Justin Bieber's 48 Hours with Diddy. The description of the video says, "I told you guys I produced a song for Diddy and I wanted to show it to him and you got his attention. Best fans in the world. Well, this past weekend I spent 48 hours with Diddy and had some fun. Here is some of the action. Thanks for the car puff, haha." So yes, a young Justin spent 48 hours alone with Diddy without his parents or even a responsible adult present. In this video, Diddy says he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Where we're hanging and what we're doing we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours he's with me and we're gonna go full crazy. Now, this is just weird in general, and looking back, Justin should have never been left alone with that man in the first place. Then in 2011, Diddy and Justin did a joint interview on Jimmy Kimmel. Things took a turn though when Diddy seemed to scold Justin on live TV in front of millions. Diddy was constantly praising Justin, but when Jimmy asked Justin if Diddy had given him any gifts, things got awkward to say the least. Justin said, "He got me a Lamborghini, I haven't gotten it yet though," and Diddy said the Lamborghini for a day or two and he had access to the house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody, he said. I mean, Diddy could have pulled Justin aside afterwards and told him this, but the fact that he did it on TV and no one said anything is crazy. More recently though, a video of the pair reuniting in 2021 has people questioning if Diddy thought that Justin was working with the feds. In the video, it shows Diddy getting out of a car and approaching Justin, giving him a hug before patting him down on his chest and torso a few times. Now the video had been posted in 2021 by Justin himself on his Instagram. But last week, Daily Mail reshared the video with the title, "Disturbing Video of Diddy with Justin Bieber." The accompanying caption read, "A resurfaced video of Diddy and Justin Bieber hugging has sparked speculation that Diddy was checking to see if the pop star was wearing a wire." Now, the fact that Diddy thought he was wearing a wire makes me believe that he knew he was doing something wrong and that the police were onto him. I mean, why wasn't this a bigger red flag at the time? Fans are now seeing the video in a new light due to Diddy's allegations, and one fan commented, "The body language says it all, from smiling to a frown in 2 seconds. JB shakes his head like no, I'm not wearing a wire." Now many fans are encouraging Justin to tell his story, but only if he's comfortable. The music video was posted in 2020 and many people have called out how weird it was, but now that they're connecting the dots to Diddy, it's all making sense to them. Now Justin grew up around Diddy just like his other mentor, Usher, did. When Usher was a young teen, he was signed by L.A. Reid, the co-founder of LaFace. Usher then went to New York in the spring of 1994 to live with Diddy, something Reid called Flavor Camp. Usher has then spoken about his experiences, and in one interview with Howard Stern, Usher said, "I got a chance to see some things. I don't know if I could indulge and even understand what I was looking at." He elaborated by saying, "It was pretty wild, it was crazy, there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it." Then he was asked if he would allow his own kids to attend Flavor Camp at Diddy's residence, and he said, "Hell no." Now, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, then I don't know what does. I mean, Diddy even had custody of Usher for a period of time. Elsewhere during the chat, Usher recalled how he was like the little brother, as they called me Baby Boo. And Usher admitted he wasn't disciplinary, he was letting me be a young man. Yikes. Now it seems like Usher was a part of something he didn't fully understand, and that Justin went through something similar. After his Los Angeles and Miami homes were raided by officials in March, Diddy was arrested in New York in September and charged with various crimes. A 14-page indictment against him included dozens of disturbing allegations about him, including claims that he orchestrated and filmed freak-off parties. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him, but weeks later, attorney Gloria Allred gathered her own additional clients who are set to file their own lawsuits against Diddy. Lawyer Tony Busby announced in a press conference. He said that his firm and another law firm will be representing 120 additional accusers. Now, before he was arrested, Diddy already had 4 different lawsuits filed against him, which he claimed were just money grabs and that he had done nothing wrong. He had put together multiple bail packages, but the judge denied all of them, so he'll be staying in jail for the time being. Now, Diddy intends to testify during his trial, which has been set for May 5th, 2025. We'll just have to see how the rest of this plays out, as I'm sure that more people will be coming forward with stories and that more people will be getting exposed for being a part of Diddy's crimes. Now, at the moment, no celebrity has directly spoken out against him, and who knows if Justin will. He's married and he just welcomed his first son with Hailey Bieber to the world in August of this year. Dealing with this type of thing is not something he needs in his life right now, as he should be focused on being a father, But with all this going on, it's probably bringing up a lot of memories and emotions, so we'll just have to see how it plays out. Justin posted a photo dump on Instagram. Fans were excited to see new photos of the star, except there was one problem. One photo he posted was of him crying. Now this had fans speculating, did Hailey and Justin break up? Because this theory has been floating around for a while now. Are you okay, bro? One fan wrote, as another added, it'll be okay, bro, peace of mind to you, sooner than later, friend. And who made you cry? Another fan asked. Now on his post though, Hailey commented, a pretty crier. She appeared to further squash the speculation of any marital issues as she reposted a thirst trap of Justin. Oh, I'm unwell, she wrote on her Instagram story, with a shirtless photo of the Justice artist dripping wet in front of a tropical sunset. But was this just a cover-up? You see, Justin and Hailey tied the knot in 2018, and they've since frequently been met with rumors of marital trouble. Speculation was recently reignited by Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, who posted about special challenges the couple was facing in a since-deleted post on Instagram in February. He asked for a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and drop close to the Lord. Afterwards, a source told TMZ that Hailey was upset with her father over the comment. Recently too, Hailey called out some blind items on TikTok, which referenced marital troubles and accused her of cheating. Just FYI, the stories and constant blind items I see on TikTok are 100% of the time wrong, she wrote last month on her Instagram story. Made out of thin air, come from the land of delusion, she said. So I know it may be fun feeding into these stories, but just know they're always false. Sorry to spoil it, added Hailey. Now it's even been rumored that the pair are living apart, and people are even more convinced about this due to Hailey not posting any Easter pictures with Justin. Now there's always been a lot of controversy and concern over this couple's relationship, and I honestly don't think that the rumors will ever end. One of the biggest rumors is about Justin's on and off again relationship with Selena Gomez and the real reason he married Hailey. Now we all know that Justin and Selena were on and off, and the last time they were spotted together was in 2018, just 2 months before he announced his engagement with Hailey. Fans, and myself, actually believe that Justin had proposed to Selena when they were together, only for him to get turned down. Justin then rekindles his romance with Hailey, and they shared the news of their engagement. Why hurry though? Maybe it's because Justin thought marriage would solve his problems, as this was something he's admitted to believing once in the past, which was wrong. But others think he married Hailey so he could get his visa. The rumor began when DJ Khaled and Drake's song Popstar resurfaced online. Justin is seen in the music video mouthing the lyrics Ariana, Selena, my visa, which some people believe refers to the girls he's been with. Now fans speculate that my visa is referring to Hailey, which is honestly just funny to me. Now for those of you who don't know, Justin is a Canadian citizen. He has allegedly always resided in the US on what's known as the O1 visa, which is for individuals with an extraordinary ability in the arts or extraordinary achievement in motion pictures or television industry. Now unfortunately for Justin, the O1 visa is a non-immigrant visa and it doesn't lead to permanent residency, which is what he needs to be a citizen. Now a US marriage green card allows a foreign spouse to live and work in the country, and they can also apply for citizenship after 3 years, but if you're applying under the 3-year rule, you might face scrutiny over the authenticity of your marriage. The 5-year rule, however, doesn't need to consider the marital union portion of the visa, so someone under this visa might have a higher chance of becoming a US citizen if they apply after 5 years. And in September, Hailey and Justin had their 5-year anniversary. Now, is Justin done with her now that he can get residency? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but personally, I don't see this marriage lasting another 5 years. With the way that Justin treats Hailey, it appears that they're not the best fit, so maybe it's a good thing that this marriage will be coming to an end. Now in public, it seems like Justin doesn't really seem to care about Hailey. This has been shown in many videos from the paparazzi, as he once hilariously shut a car door on Hailey who was getting out behind him, and the other time he ran away from paparazzi skateboarding without Hailey. Now to make things worse, she ran to catch up with him and she fell, and Justin didn't even help her up. Then in many photos and videos, it seems like Justin isn't too friendly with his wife Hailey on the red carpet. She speaks to him and he doesn't say anything or walks away, barely smiles, and rarely gets close to her. You'd think as a couple they'd have their hands around each other or even just hold hands, fans, but nope. Now last year, Hailey got into a bitter feud with Justin's ex, Selena Gomez. The internet was on Selena's side and they were ruthless to Hailey. But did Justin stand up for his wife? Nope. He did not. The one standing up for Hailey has actually been Selena herself. Regarding the situation, Selena has encouraged fans to once again to stop harassing her and Hailey. A TikTok user told fans to leave both the women alone in a video, pointing out they would not read the mean comments left on their pages. Selena then commented facts on the post. The internet hated Hailey and she was then getting dragged day in and day out, but Justin hadn't come to Hailey's defense once, which is just strange. Now in the past, he'd make posts and stand up to the haters when they were hating on Selena, but everything about Hailey? Nothing. Now the one standing up for Hailey was actually Selena, and regarding the situation, Selena had encouraged fans once again to stop harassing her and Hailey even called Selena to ask her to help with the hate, but again, Justin did nothing. Now could that whole situation be the straw that broke the camel's back with their relationship? It appears that Justin doesn't really care or respect her. Could this be because Justin is finally realizing that Hailey is trying to copy everything his ex does? You see, many fans have accused Hailey of copying and even wanting to be Selena, and they've lined up all the proof. Hailey has copied a lot of Selena's outfits and copied her makeup artist and nail techs to get the same look. Then she copied Selena's tattoos and how she speaks, and has even become friends with Selena's friends. She speaks the same way, copied her cooking show, and her beauty brand. It's all just very weird, and I'm sure it's even weirder for Justin. I personally don't think this marriage will last too much longer, and that Hailey is just trying to cover things up to make them appear better than they really are. Not to mention, Hailey has been acting a little strange online too. Though she's been posting thirst traps of Justin, it appears that she's deleting pics of the two from her account. Now eyebrows were raised when eagle-eyed fans noticed that she wiped off most pictures with her husband on Instagram. You see, that's usually something that you do when you break up with someone, so it's just strange. Now to celebrate the new year, Hailey shared a bunch of photos from a beach getaway, and she captioned her post, 2024, I'm along for the ride. What fans couldn't help but notice though was Justin's absence from the pictures. Many questioned if there was trouble in paradise or if the it couple was heading for divorce. A user commented, divorce coming, cause ya acting shady. Another wrote, you ruined relationships with bad games and bad energies and grew your career by completely upsetting people. You failed the test of humanity. A fan then slammed Hailey by saying, you've used Justin, stalked him, and married him at his most low and vulnerable time. You should have told him to heal first, he needs to heal, but yours and your dad's plan worked. You got the man, but how miserable he looks, he knows he made a mistake. Stop dragging him everywhere and call paparazzi, he hates the public attention. Don't you want him to heal and be happy? Now it seems like his fans are really passionate about not liking Hailey and thinking she's using him. You see, in the year 2020, Justin was a guest on the Ellen DeGeneres show hosted by Demi Lovato. Demi asked him how he and Hailey met, and he says that they met at an early morning taping of the Today Show and he thought that she didn't want to be there. He said her dad dragged her out of bed to go, and that because she was raised Christian and he was raised the same way, he said, I'm pretty sure it was an arranged marriage. Now Demi and the audience laugh at this, but there might be some truth in this. He followed up by saying, looking back now, it was definitely an arranged marriage. They set this whole thing up. He then repeats it again as he comes to this realization. So, is it an arranged marriage? Some think so. Now back to the weird stuff happening on social media. In December, Hailey reshared a cryptic post on her Instagram stories about being alone. It read, you don't get tired of being alone, and the following line said, me alone, along with 3 pictures of Hailey putting on makeup, sleeping, and drinking a cup of coffee while wearing a fluffy white robe. Again, people were wondering, where is Justin? Now in October 2023, an insider revealed that Hailey and Justin were struggling in their marriage. He acts like a needy kid all the time, and she's constantly having to apologize for him and try to get him to act like an adult, the source told Radar Online. The insider also alleged that Hailey is fed up with Justin's immature behavior after being embarrassed during an event they attended to promote her skincare brand, Rhode. Now another source told the National Enquirer that their marriage is based on Justin's childish needs, and Hailey and Justin got married very young and didn't know what they were getting into, and it's been up and down ever since. Now, not to mention, last week a photo emerged of the couple attending Coachella earlier this month that seemed to add to speculation of marital troubles. A group shot captured the couple leaning drastically away from one another, causing fans to analyze their body language. Hailey draped her arm on a friend to her right, while Justin tilted his head away from the pair to the left. The way he's leaning away from her, one person wrote on Reddit. Yikes. Justin Bieber, who has been in the headlines since the arrest of his former mentor Sean Diddy Combs, has reportedly dealt a huge blow. It's been less than 2 decades since he became a global superstar, and his launch to stardom happened quickly, and now the singer is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. However, making lots of money means paying a lot of taxes, which has not happened in at least one case, leading to Biebs getting hit with a significant tax penalty. Last week, TMZ reported that Justin Bieber, who became a dad this past summer with Hailey Bieber, was considering suing his business managers. The singer apparently feels that his finances have not been handled properly for years. We now have a specific example of just what might be the problem, as Justin reportedly owes nearly $400,000 in unpaid property taxes. In January 2023, Justin purchased a home in Coachella Valley, California, near the home of his former manager Scooter Braun, worth $16.6 million. Now, a house that expensive comes with a pretty significant property tax bill, $380,349 to be exact. Now, half of those taxes were due on October 10th, but according to The Sun, which says it has seen the records, the bill has not been paid. The taxes, which cover 2022 and 2023, haven't been paid by Justin, who parted ways with his former business managing firm, TriStar, in 2022. If that's the case, then tax penalties will likely be assessed, and the tax penalty on a $380,000 bill is likely significant. Now, Bieber can almost certainly afford it, as the singer sold his music catalog the same month he bought the house for $200 million. Now, Justin is far from the first star to end up in trouble over taxes, though. Other celebrities have been arrested for non-payment of taxes, as well as alleged tax fraud. However, the fact that the bills have not been paid may be part of the reason the singer is considering legal action against his former business managers. A well-placed source exclusively revealed that we're told the argument against suing is that Justin went through a period where he was spending wildly. However, the representative of the managing firm John Houston said in a statement, Justin Bieber is not considering legal action against TriStar. We did nothing wrong in our brief 18 months of representing him, and he is aware of this, John said. He added, "We were not involved in any alleged unpaid property bills." Now, it's unclear exactly how many people could be sued or how much Justin believes has been lost, but more than one manager is reportedly the target of any potential lawsuit, and a lot of money could be at stake. Justin Bieber's current team is apparently not entirely sold on the idea of suing. Some are reportedly suggesting that Justin himself is at least partially to blame for any financial problems, as he has been known to spend a lot of money on everything from private jets and houses to church donations. This new update of Justin's life is no less than a setback for the singer, who recently embraced fatherhood after the birth of his son, Jack Blues Bieber, who he welcomed with Hailey Bieber. Now, it's important to mention Puff Daddy's arrest for various crimes has reportedly overwhelmed the yummy singer, with sources saying he wasn't protected enough. So, who was Justin's former management team at TriStar? Well, one of them just so happened to be Lou Taylor, and you should know that name because one of Lou's employees, Robin Greenhill, was listed as Diddy's accountant and allegedly oversaw payments to certain workers. Now, the claims come from music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who also accuses Combs of harassing and then doing worse to him. Now, as some readers will remember, Lou was previously accused of being involved in forming Britney Spears' conservatorship. Now, these are not the only times she's had bad press either. Lou was thrown into the spotlight when reports emerged that Britney was blaming her former business manager for many of her conservatorship-related issues. Justin has now hired a new business manager, Edward White, who founded Edward White & Co. in 1976. The California-based firm, which recently merged with Eid Bailey, provides tax and consulting consulting services and has a client list of several Hollywood figures, including Jack Nicholson and Alan Paulson, as well as Lena Horne and Vince Scully estates. But what could all of this mean for Justin's mental health? You see, back in 2019, Justin opened up on Instagram about his battle with depression, the diagnosis of which was publicly confirmed in February of that year. He wrote in the caption, "Just wanted to keep you guys updated, been struggling a lot, just feeling super disconnected and weird." It was an important step in his recovery, although the star, who quickly rose to fame when he was just 15 years old, isn't worried about himself. "I always bounce back, so I'm not worried, just wanted to reach out and ask for you guys to pray for me," he added. We as onlookers shouldn't dismiss his bravery. In fact, we should take Justin's admission very seriously. Now, Justin has also had a concerning year. On April 14th, Justin surprised the Coachella crowd when he joined WizKid and Tems on stage for a song. Though pleasantly delighting his fans, his recent music show appearance also sparked concerns among his friends, who are reportedly worried about him spiraling again. The 30-year-old singer has had a roller coaster worth of a journey with severe ups and downs, as a source in recent media reports claimed. Grappling with Lyme disease, depression, and anger management, Justin has previously acknowledged his frequent alcohol intake as well as his reliance on substances during his rock bottom moments. Now, the Insider also proclaimed that Coachella was indeed a huge accomplishment for the singer, but he's still very fragile. The ongoing lawsuits fixated on blowing the lid off Diddy have also taped Justin's name now and then, with several videos featuring Puffy blasting into the present from the past and going viral upon resurfacing. A concerning vision of Justin's early days in Hollywood has also come into focus. Multiple re-emerging clips have focused on unhealthy and creepy looks at Justin's connection with Puffy in his early days as an underage star who rose to fame. His fans have even raised fears of Justin possibly having witnessed the worst and darkest sides of Hollywood, especially with everything coming to light. Many worry about how his spiraling mental health at present can be attributed to the unspoken heinous misconducts that may have happened behind the curtains. Putting two and two together, Justin's fans have been on edge online and have frequently voiced their anxious thoughts. Now, adding to the hot mess, Justin took to his Instagram account on Saturday night, April 27th, to share a bunch of snaps, two of which were worrying pictures as fans took note of the singer's eyes filling up with tears. Sharing multiple posts on Instagram, he also showered his loved ones from the industry with much love, as he shared an endless streak of pictures of the members of his found family, including his wife Hailey Bieber, longtime buddy Jaden Smith, Will Smith, and many others. Now, the other posts were bubbling with energy and happiness, with clips capturing him in his element on stage or leisurely golfing and making the most of serenity by the beach. However, fans couldn't ignore the two pictures in which they caught his eyes welling up, linking it all with the unsaid truth and potential horrors of being exposed to showbiz at a young age. Worried fans correlated his gloomy mood in the photos to him crying out for help. Comments like, "I feel bad for him, he is broke, he's crying out for help," and "poor kid, Lord only knows what his parents allowed to happen to him just for fame," have been common staples on social media. Another user commented, "But he'll heal, I pray he does. Only God knows the true monstrosity he had to face as the first ever child YouTube star." Now, a fourth Twitter user prayed for his well-being, "Really hope he's okay, he's had quite the life." Now, hopefully Justin will recover and get better and have a good circle of people around him who actually care about him, but I guess we'll just have to see how this goes.
An interview between Justin Bieber and Diddy has recently resurfaced, and it's taking the internet by storm. Diddy wanted the younger star to keep quiet about whatever was happening at their hangouts, and after all the recent allegations against Diddy Combs, people are voicing their concerns. Popular music artist Sean Diddy Combs, responsible for songs like "I'll Be Missing You" and "I Need a Girl," was recently arrested, and new details about the serious situation are coming out daily. It started with the November 2023 lawsuit from one of his ex-partners, and it continued with multiple other individuals coming forward to share their stories of Diddy's misconduct, and the latest development is a 2011 Jimmy Kimmel live interview resurfacing. Kimmel is interviewing Combs and a young Justin Bieber. At this point in time, Bieber was quite close to Combs, it seems, good friends. Combs even referred to Bieber as a little brother throughout the interview. Still, the age difference between the two is staggering, about 24 years. So of course, Kimmel questioned how this this duo even came to be, asking if the pair were possibly working together, to which Diddy denied, instead sharing that the two became friends in a strange way.
I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Robin Big.
No real elaboration on that statement. Diddy just kind of continues on, saying that Bieber is like a little brother to a lot of people in the music industry. He will call up Diddy and presumably others in the industry for advice when needed, and then his next statements just start feeling a little bit icky with everything the public now knows about him. Diddy starts talking about how himself and others in the strong family that is the record industry want to keep their arms around Justin and protect him because he is such a nice person.
And he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around and we want to protect him.
Back in 2011, when this interview came out, these statements raised no red flags as far as the public knew. Diddy was a great guy, a big help to a rising star, and a music icon. In fact, people clapped for him in the interview because, well, these are nice things to say about a 16-year-old Bieber. However, in 2024, with everything we now know about Combs and his behind-the-scenes lifestyle, his comments are way more off-putting and uncomfortable. Justin appears to be pretty at ease during the interview, joking around with Combs and Kimmel. When Kimmel plays off the little brother comments by suggesting Combs buy Bieber a car like he did his actual son, Bieber is quick to play along, saying, "He got me a Lamborghini, I haven't gotten it yet though." This is somehow the moment that shifted the conversation into questionable territory. Kimmel asks when the car is coming, to which Diddy responds that Bieber had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and this is where it gets weird in 2024, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. This is met with lots of laughter from the audience because who would have ever thought that anything shady could be going on behind the scenes with this guy? This entire conversation and interaction is likely referring to the 48 hours Diddy and Justin had spent together around this time. That's right, a young Justin Bieber was left in Combs' care for a full 48 hours. Now, how did that even happen? Well, there is an explanation out there. Nowadays, musicians' YouTubes are more for uploading music videos or some behind the scenes content, but 15 years ago, vlogs were super common and uploaded pretty frequently by big stars, including Bieber. He did in fact shoot a quick 2-minute video with Diddy, and it is in fact still up on Justin Bieber's YouTube channel today. So let's get into it. The video starts out with Diddy and Bieber looking at a luxury car, which is, you guessed it, a Lamborghini, just like they were talking about in the Kimmel interview. In the vlog, Diddy is shown telling Justin that when he turns 16 to come back down to use the car, even saying the keys would be his. And that makes some of those Kimmel comments make a lot more sense. But how did Bieber even end up in the position to be hanging out with Diddy anyways? The caption of the vlog explains that, saying that Justin had produced a song for Combs that he wanted to show him, and the Believers got his attention and made it happen. As the mini vlog continues, Combs and Bieber start discussing what they're gonna do. I mean, Combs is almost 40 and Bieber hasn't hit 16 yet, so really, what are they gonna do? Combs' answer to that question is, "Where are we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream."
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
And I think collectively we're all hoping it was paintball and music producing, but still, that is a very concerning statement from Combs. Combs continues on sharing that he had custody of Bieber for the 48 hours he was with him, and then shared how he had legal guardianship of Usher when he produced his first album. The short video finishes with Diddy promising that him and the young star were going to go full crazy. Bieber suggested they start the 48 hours by going to get some girls, to which Diddy responded, "Man after my heart."
He's with me, so and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
All in all, this video could not have aged worse. It's surprising that the video is even still up on Justin's channel, and even more surprising, the comment section is still active. Many users are commenting their concerns over the contents of the conversation. One user bringing up the fact that despite this video being up almost 14 years, no one's questioned it till now. We don't know exactly what happened during those 48 hours, however, something weird must have went down because it seems Justin stopped contacting Combs afterward. Diddy visited Bieber in studio a little while after the 48 hours, and Justin looked noticeably less at ease than he had in that first vlog together. Diddy also seemed to be getting on Justin's case for not contacting him or staying in touch as much, which is an odd thing to be requesting from someone almost 24 years your junior. Diddy is still getting on the young star's case, suggesting that because he's a big deal now, selling out arenas and everything, that's why he stopped calling and that's why they stopped hanging out.
Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Comments the baby singer has made as he gets older have also raised some red flags about what he has gone through in the industry. Comments about how he wants to protect younger artists and getting emotional in interviews.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
it's no secret that Justin has had a rough go in the music industry and has publicly coped with his trauma in unglamorous ways. As more and more information comes out about those he was surrounded with at the time, people are creating more and more theories that make his outbursts make sense. However, it seems Bieber is looking to put all the harder events of his upbringing behind him. An insider close to the singer has shared that amongst all this, he just wants to focus on being a great dad and husband. Bieber welcomed his first child with Hailey Bieber in August after announcing the pregnancy back in May. His fans and the general public do wish for the best for the singer. The same cannot be said though for Sean Diddy Combs, of course, and as the charges and evidence continue to pile up against him, he loses public favor with every passing day. Recently, it's come out that one of his youngest victims wasn't even Justin's age when he first met Combs. As it stands, Combs is facing a minimum of 15 years and a max of a life sentence. Combs has continued to deny that he ever harmed anyone.
Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin have been through a lot over the last couple of years, and while many of us thought the flame between the two would have fizzled out by now, it's still going for some unknown reason. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and today I'm counting down the top 10 reasons Justin Bieber will divorce Hailey Baldwin. So how long do you think Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin will stay together? And let us know in the comments below. Starting off our list at number 10 today, we have Selena Gomez. As Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez faded out of their relationship in the months to follow, Bieber started dating Hailey Baldwin, proposed to her, and married her in a New York courthouse. However, when news started to break that Selena Gomez was hospitalized, Justin would be photographed looking distraught in public twice. US Weekly then reported that Justin didn't feel whole after marrying Hailey and that he still loved Selena a lot, but as a friend, and was praying for her. But then people would bring things a little step further after they reported that a Miami music source told the outlet that Justin was not even fully over his year-long on and off romance with Selena Gomez when they said this was his first great love, and while he was young and traveling around the world as a superstar, he has learned a great deal from her. The source would then also go on to say that Justin at the moment is also believing he made a mistake with his recent marriage, and he was extremely upset over what happened to Selena, as he felt like she was a part of his life and wants her to be healthy and happy. Coming in number 9, we have mental health. Back in 2022, Justin would open up to US Weekly in an interview where he would discuss the challenges of his marriage. With the first year of the couple's marriage being really tough to get through because of trauma in the past, there was just a lack of trust. During Justin's insight into emotions he felt after marrying his wife, he would reveal that he experienced an emotional breakdown after he realized that the marriage wouldn't fix all of his problems. When he said, "It's a journey. I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all of my problems, and it didn't. It just kind of was a reflection of like, man, you're a bit of a hypocrite. You want your wife to do something that you're not going to do, and it's like, it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and really have to realize, man, maybe you're not the person you necessarily thought you are." The results of trauma and life circumstances, however, it just seems like Hailey may have turned sour while she was helping Justin through his ups and downs, as the whole world was looking in and judging Justin, and it would cause Hailey to reach her near breaking point in the process. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, married too young. Since Hailey and Justin got married, headlines have been filled with rumors that the couple may be heading towards a divorce sometime soon due to their age and Justin's mental health. While Justin and Hailey have been together for for 4 years, the couple still continues to paint a picture that they're this really happy couple together. However, this hasn't stopped some outlets and sources from claiming that their marriage won't last. Gossip Cop has even gone on to list several reasons why many believe that Hailey and Justin are headed towards a divorce, and the main reason is because of their age. According to many people who doubt the couple's love, it's because they're still very young. Justin was only 24 at the time when he married Hailey, who was 22, and many have been betting on their relationship to end due to their age, because many people still believe this age is far too young to be married, and others have claimed that the couple is still immature. Not to mention, several sources have also felt like Justin and Hailey's engagement and wedding were impulsive acts, as Justin had just gotten out of an on and off again relationship with Selena Gomez, and he was in this pretty vulnerable position. Number 7. Constant disagreements. Just shortly after the two announced their engagement, the paparazzi would capture the two in an argument on 2 separate occasions throughout the same day that left them in tears. TMZ would then catch up with Justin to make a comment, and he would acknowledge that the two were experiencing hard times. He would then proceed to hold up a copy of Timothy Keller's book titled The Meaning of Marriage and declare, "You got good days, you got bad days, and it's not real if it doesn't have any bad days." However, if you have to read a book on marriage, it's clear that you aren't exactly ready for, marriage. Fights between the two have since gotten worse since they got married, as they even had to make and follow strict rules for when they do fight so they don't poke at the past, and they even had to attend therapy in order to get tips and advice on how to deal with conflict in their marriage. Coming number 6, we have rude behavior. Let's get straight to the point. No one likes a mean girl, and Hailey has recently been hitting headlines for not only being rude to a waitress while at a restaurant, but beauty blogger Iris Billen called out Hailey after her road event displayed some pretty rude behavior. In a video posted to Iris's account, the social media star explained that while she usually doesn't attend all events she's invited to, she took a chance on Rhode Skin's launch party because she genuinely was excited. Unfortunately, it probably would have been better for her to stay home, as it appears that the event was just a total waste of time for her. Iris would share in the video that while the atmosphere at the event was just as fun as you would expect, the only things wrong with this event was that Hailey had some pretty odd behavior. Iris would then say, but the girl gets there with her friends Kylie Kendall. All of her friends are there, but they have this corner that they could only be in. While attendees gave Hailey her space, Hailey didn't even interact with any guests, and the only one who actually stood up to say anything about the brand was Kylie, who congratulated Hailey on her new brand, and Hailey just stayed in her corner and gave everybody RBF face. Number 5, fans. So it's no lie that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber looked literally incredible at the 2021 Met Gala. However, it seems like Justin fans just can't accept the fact that he is with anyone other than Selena Gomez, as they have been bombarded by several fans chanting Selena all on the red carpet. While many people pointed out that the fans' behavior was completely disrespectful, this has sadly been something Justin and Hailey have had to deal with since they first got together. Justin has even responded to fans who are still hung up on him and Selena in the past, as back in 2020 he said, "This sad excuse of a human just encouraged people on video to literally go after my wife, telling people to say that my previous relationship was better, so on and forth. I just wanted to share this so that the people get an idea of what we face on a day to day. It is extremely hard to choose the high road when I see people like this rally to gather people to bully the person I love the most in the world. It's not right." Hailey also responded to the hate by saying, "I usually stay quiet and don't acknowledge these things, but I need to protect myself and my mental health, but it's truly gotten to a level of anger and hate that is shockingly unhealthy and sad." Number 4, rumors. Have you noticed recently that Justin Bieber has been appearing in photos dressed in weird outfits, while Hailey, on the other hand, seems to put more into her public appearance? Recently, the star has been spotted wearing a crochet blanket out on a sushi date with his wife, and let's not forget the time when he was in Japan he also opted to wear this really weird dark brown bob styled wig and sunnies while he was out with his wife so people wouldn't recognize him. While some of the star's choices to wear disguises seem weird, especially since his wife is dressing to the nines beside him, it's clear Hailey is still young, hot, and clearly cares about her image, as she puts a lot of effort into everything she wears to events or to go on simple dates with Justin. So she may want someone who puts a little more effort into the way they look, and this could put a lot of stress on Justin, as imagine getting all all dolled up to go to an event and your husband looks like he just rolled out of bed, can't pair a tote bag with a designer gown. I'll tell you that. Number 3, no children. Back in 2021, Justin would reveal that he told Hailey he was ready to have children. While Justin previously said he thinks it's up to Hailey to decide when she's ready to have children because it is her body, he's been pushing more lately for the pair to start a family as he wants a little tribe of little Justins running around the house. However, back in February 2022, Hailey would open up to why she just isn't ready to have kids yet, and it's mainly because of her hectic schedule. While Hailey is focusing on her new skincare brand, Justin is also touring until March 2023. Hailey also addressed the societal pressures women have about having children, and she said, "There's this thing that happens for women when you get married. Everybody always assumes it's first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby." But instead, Hailey wants to prioritize growing her business, and while she doesn't want to have kids at a young age, this could cause Justin to pull away as he's at the point where he is ready to have a family. Number 2, hot water. Back in 2020, Hailey would find herself in a pretty sticky situation after she was accused of being a racist by one of Justin's fans. This would then send the internet into a frenzy as they soon started drawing their attention to some of her previous tweets. The model isn't a stranger to backlash over her tweets, as she's received some backlash for some of the controversial messages she has posted on social media in the past, including one that has addressed foreigners. The drama all started when one fan called out Justin, claiming that he married Hailey to get back at his ex Selena Gomez, and the commenter also implied Hailey was racist. And then when people started to investigate the truth, they pulled up several concerning tweets. First tweet would raise some eyebrows when the model tweeted back in 2012, "Shut up or I smack you back to your own country." And the worst part is the tweet still hasn't been deleted. Then in January 2013, the model posted another questionable message when she said, "Oh, are you so tired of it? Well, let me remind you, this is a free country, America baby." And to put the cherry on top of things, shortly after, she would then tweet, "To those foreigners who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so sorry your country didn't have pilgrims and Indians to start such a sick holiday." And I just feel bad for reading that, but imagine being married to someone who doesn't even understand how hurtful these words can be to someone, and even choose after being called out to keep the hate online. And coming in number 1 today, we have her bland personality. Besides being a model, the only thing really interesting about Hailey Bieber is that she is married to Justin Bieber. And if it wasn't for her dad and uncle being famous actors, she probably would have never become famous in the first place. Even when Hailey went on the Call Her Daddy podcast, fans would find the general interview pointless, as Hailey didn't really share any new information and she kept repeating herself in different ways. Even one person on Reddit pointed out that Hailey said a whole lot of nothing over and over again, and another fan would say, "I hated the interview. I'm sorry, nothing against Hailey, but I just didn't feel like I learned anything or felt connection. Like, why come on a podcast if you don't want to do it?" Interesting timing too with Selena's documentary, but I'm neutral in regards to everyone. It just seems like Hailey is only interesting at this time thanks to her husband, and she knows it too. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches. Until the next one, remember to stay juicy.